Iron Man dies. Hey Guru, 1 week ago I got dumped via text after a 5-year relationship. Tips on how to get over this? Been struggling. Cheers, mate. She's already cheated on you, mate. You'll be all right. So even though the text might feel like the dagger in the heart that stopped everything, you should know it had been over for a while if she just texted you and said it's over. She probably didn't just randomly one day wake up and think it's over, I have to text him. She's probably been living with the guilt of like cheating on you and messing you up and already knowing that she doesn't love you. And then one day she just sort of made the decision to end it on her own terms rather than you catch her in the act or find out something, I would say. So just hit the gym. You'll be all right. Plenty more fish in the sea, bud. But that's most likely the case. So you'll be fine. Don't act like it was the text, dude. Act like you got saved. Like, oh, thank God she actually ended it rather than me having to find some shit out. You know what I mean? How about gay SI piss fits or fatty karate? No, I don't know what that would be. Thank you for the 2. Fatty money spent. There you go. What do you think about when you're falling asleep? Everything. Starting my own civilization. I don't know if anyone else thinks this, but when I'm going to sleep, I will always think like, okay, precarious situation, 10 women to be with in this situation. If you could have a roster of 10 wives, who would they be? And I'll just start going through all of the gems in my head. This one here, that one here. I'd have this one under this arm and that one on the other arm. This one by the leg, that one by the leg. This one just laying on me. This one up here. You know? That's a frequent thing to like sort of doze me off to sleep a little bit. Thank you for the 2. Does Michael Morales beat Prime Chuck Liddell? No. Thank you for the 2. Released a wife tier list vid. Yeah, I'll literally like go through like top 10 wives to have in my troop. You know? Thank you for the 2. Does Michael Morales beat Prime Chuck Liddell? Sure. Yeah, he does. Don't ever fucking stop the reel. That's what I watch. Thank you for the 10. I won't stop the reel. Yeah, Michael Morales does beat Prime Chuck Liddell, probably. Sad as it is to say. 10 wives is too much. No. It'd just be like famous celebrity women that are like really hot. I'd be like, who's the top 10 out there? Just sort of like to take my mind off of the impending doom of society for a second. Don't ever stop the reel. Thank you, Fernando. It needs to be like a legendary name still, you know, like at least a champion. Read the 4th comment under this dono. Congrats on 400k, Pigo. Appreciate you, man. How do you think Yuri would do against the middleweight top 5? I think Yuri would do better. Now we're talking a bit more. Like, I do think Yuri would completely destroy Marvin Vettori and finish him. You know? And he's only 208 pounds. People forget, man. Yuri could easily make 185. I think he would beat Adesanya. I just would worry about him after the weight cut, though. But yeah, any of the middleweights at light heavyweight, he would piece up. And I think he would beat Strickland. Like, Yuri would walk down and destroy Strickland. Am I wrong, chat? He would put Strickland on his back foot and fucking destroy him. Yes or no? No way Strickland's marching forward against Yuri. He would walk down Strickland at some point in the fight and absolutely obliterate him. So there are big wins to be had at middleweight for Yuri. Collab with Bad Bunny? No. Impression of entitled Mad Francis walking on his knuckles? All right. Hopefully he doesn't lose. At least the Nugs are beating the Spurs. Did you see the Jones Hasbulla situation? Jones is gross. Yes, I made a whole video about the Jones Hasbulla situation. He is indeed extremely gross. Guru's Alzheimer's needs studying. I've been given many a mental illness from this chat room. It's been a tough time. It truly has. You rather run the UFC or lead the next crusade? I'd run the UFC and use it to formulate a crusade. Thank you for the 2. No, I really do want to at some point in my life, chat. I want to start my own striking combat sports promotion where it's just, I want to normalize kickboxing in the West, dude. I feel like it's been completely missed out on, and I think I could do it with my audience. I think I could make it a big deal. Like a proper, all things go, 4-ounce gloves in a cage kickboxing in the West. Muay Thai. Yeah, you know what I mean. Stand-up arts is what I'm talking about. Not Muay Thai or kickboxing. Just either or. But like anything goes on the feet. Scrapping, 4-ounce gloves, in a cage. Normalize that shit in the West. How to lose all your money? I know, but I'd have to build it from the bottom up, you know? I wouldn't just immediately start putting in loads of money into it. I'd slowly build it. Like, it'd be a situation where I'd be like, here's a good prospect in MMA. Won $1,000 this weekend to take on this other guy in a kickboxing match. And eventually when they become something in MMA, you'll look back at them and think, he had a kickboxing match in this promotion, and maybe a couple years from now. So hopefully that could work. I'd love to get it going. No, fuck Tommy Robinson. Why didn't they chuck Hasbulla off the mountain? I don't know. He was the chosen one. The one to lead them. He's actually their leader, I reckon. Lo, I wonder how Lucas feels about Volk Lopez rematch, but he's been in Peaches and Creamville for weeks. True. Thank you for the $5. It's very... I have to mention, this is fucking horrible for Arman, and he's been done wrong here, and listen, it shouldn't be Lopez versus Volk. Yuck, this is disgusting. But I feel like everyone's acting like they're fucking at a funeral over this announcement. This is a stacked card. You know? This is a really stacked card. You know? Dude. Lucas was the best at being funny and angry. Yeah, you have to do both. You have to do both. I've had my moments before where I've just been raging about things non-stop. But you have to add in some humor. Everyone's there like, this is fucking terrible. And I can't believe... And there's no funniness to it. I've been watching videos. I feel like that's why my one took off more than theirs. In the we got to hope that maybe Gene Silver's confidence ain't the same after being KO'd like that. Impression of Darren Till's ACL tearing from a light breeze. Oh, fuck, it's done, mate. It's over. 3 months sober, pig. I last sent you a message 3 weeks in. Been eating well and put on 8 kg. There you go. Is that good for you? No, that is terrible for me if I put on 8 kg. Thank you for the 16 months of membership, but I hope that's good for you, that you've been getting some food in you, brother. Good job, dude. Stay off the drugs. They're terrible for you. Thanks for making my night shifts a bit more enjoyable. The good part of Volk versus Lopez is that we might get Lopez as champ. Exciting title fights. Yes. We could get Diego Lopez as champion. That's a good point. But I don't like it, dude. I don't like to even think about the good side. Give Volk fresh challenges at this point in his career and reward other people with a chance at the title. People work their whole career to get to a title shot. Don't double dip some random fucking guy. Which is what Diego Lopez is at the end of the day. He's not a world champion. He's not a defending world champion. He's a contender that lost. He got a big win. All right. That doesn't put you right back in the title picture. It just doesn't. Why is Adesanya blamed for world political issues? His first name, I think, is what they're blaming. Impression of brown-faced Conor at the press. Hey, fellas. When you scam me then, Khabib, yeah? Let me buy you a fucking papaka, you mad fuel. Honestly, win or lose, Volk should retire. I want new blood, but they shouldn't have done Movzar like that. I know, it should have been Movzar, man. It should have been running back. I know Movzar alone is a big fight now. Main event of a fight night, I'm all in. But should have been Movzar. It should have been the undefeated Russian grappler versus Volk back in Australia where he couldn't get it done against Makhachev before. Repeat, retirement stakes. That's what it should have been, but that would have been way more fun. And people think I hate the Dagestanis. Listen, I don't like them. I don't like their fan base. I'd prefer others to win. But it's still big to me. You know, it's still like hype to me. It's not like, oh, this is going on. You know? 400k Guru having a wipe to celebrate. Hey, fellas. Thank you for the 2. Yes, have a wipe to celebrate, I guess. Stop complaining that I don't read comments that aren't paid. It's that or skipping people that are paying. I'm trying. Good. I think it does mean good. Here since 70k, Piggy. Thank you for the $2, dude. Long-time supporter. No, I still had a moan about it. I am moaning about it. I'm just not going to spend the whole video being like, this is... There's also a part of me as an MMA fan that goes, this is fucking horrible. This is like injustice. Arman got done dirty. But I'm going to make a fun video about it. And it's still a really amazing card. There's two sides of it. Yes, maybe I wouldn't mean to include the other side of it as much as if he was from the UK and he was being done dirty like this. But it's still fucking amazing news. Did you not see that news and go, oh my fucking God, this is sick? Then you took a moment and thought, fuck, Arman's being done dirty here so badly. And why is Lopez fighting Volk? This is silly. But my initial response was, oh my fucking God, this news is insane. This is an insane fight card. I'm really looking forward to this. That was my initial response. Thank you for the membership, Terra Perea. Yeah, I did see the new Ark Insanity episode. I saw a bit of it anyway. I posted it on Twitter, the link to it. So check it out, brothers. Good old bit of Bryce Michelin, honestly. But I'm not that fat anymore. I've lost definitely a ton of weight, but not a literal ton. It's not like I had a ton to spare, but yeah. I think they're doing this to Arman for the headbutt in the face-off. Match could have been off, deserved. I don't think that's what it comes down to at all, but yeah, have fun with it. Let him sit, waste his prime. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Evil little laugh at the end. But I could see the reasoning there. I don't know though, man. I just feel like they should have given Arman the shot, but they're just not doing it so that it'll be entertaining instead. And maybe Arman isn't really ready to make this quick turnaround or something, you know? And maybe, they don't want to trust Arman to headline the first Paramount card back. And if they had an alternative for this first Paramount card, maybe they would just have Arman fight for the title in February or March. But can they trust Arman to main event the very first? They don't want the first Paramount card to end in a pullout. And he's done it before to him. And you know they don't like that shit. So I don't know. Just got my Khabib telegram. Thank you for the 5. True. Imagine the smell of that beanie. All right, buddy. Thank you for the 2. And chat, get this. Every walkout, national anthems only. No, I'm joking. Not just that. But no rap. No fucking rap allowed. That is auraless. Rap is completely auraless. No rap allowed on this thing. It would have to be like ancestral music or a national anthem. And that's the only thing you can do. Or some variation of drums or some kind of like vibe-based music thing. You know what I mean? Where it's just the hum of a bass in a speaker or something. But no rap. And no hip-hop. And no anything like that. This is my vibe that I'm going for, dude. It'd be the type of music that you could recreate in the 1600s. Not something that you could make now with a synthesizer. No electronical equipment necessary for your music to exist will be allowed for the walkout. What about no weight class intergender for... No, enough. Already you're different. You give me Klansman vibes? How am I giving you Klansman vibes? I don't want rap on the walkouts, dude. It's like it's going to be like proper fucking mano-a-mano combat shit. Like some ancestral shit, dude. Don't you think Pereira's walkout is like the most aura ever? That's the sick part about it. If Pereira walked out to fucking Chief Keef, it would not hit the same. But maybe. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know Chief Keef. Sosa? Or I'm in love with a Coco or some shit? Do Francis driving at night and feels a bump? Oh dear, another one. People forget, man. Grappling. Best win ever for resume? Best win ever for resume. Chat. McGregor over Aldo. It is. He was the man. It's McGregor over Aldo. I know McGregor's career diminished after later on with the losses and the wins. McGregor over Aldo. That'd be like if someone beat Jones around the same time. It's McGregor over Aldo. I reckon. Yeah. 13 seconds KO round 1. Come on, man. 13 seconds KO round 1. Come on, man. It's got to be McGregor over Aldo. For International Fight Week next year, can you wear a turban rather than a beanie? No. Thank you for the 5. Why is everyone complaining? Any decisions that keep Khabib-esque fighters as far away from the boat as possible is fine with me, Ima. I mean, we do have to have a fair sport, though, with the right level of competition, you know? in away and running, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to see about that. We'll have to see about that, mate. Hasbulla in 5. Do they have big trucks in the UK? They do, but you probably have to pay like an extra tax for having it or something, most likely. If I had to predict on what gay rule they would have about that. Whitaker has another child. Go for it, Whitaker, mate. Just completed the set. Azura is what he named it. Robert Whitaker named his daughter Azura after the Daedric prince from Elder Scrolls. There you go. Robert Whitaker, dude, names his child after the Daedric prince from the Elder Scrolls. There you go, buddy. There you go. That's how it goes, pal. Wild. Who's a better person, Guru or John Pork? I am better. MMA Guru versus Tracy Cortez grappling match. I think I'd lose by immediately being triangled. I don't know how she would get me in that video. I just think I would accidentally get triangled. You know what I mean? It would be something along those lines. For sure. Eating good. No triple-double. They took a rebound away. Those fucking cheap bastards. How dare they? Impression of aerial, playing all the aerial impressions in front of you. So what? How are you going to explain this, huh? Thank you for the $8 If Volk went in on the vacated belt, went in for the vacated belt, if Topuria moved up, would you be for or against that? And who should he fight? Dude, what if Volk wins this one and moves up and fights Arman? Volk Arman? What if Volk wins this, moves up and fights Arman next? That could be a good fight. I reckon that'd be a decent scrap. He wouldn't get held down. One last hurrah. Immediate title shot earned if he wins. That might be the move. But then featherweight would be so dead, you know. That's what you got to consider. Without Volk, and if Lopez lost, featherweight would be so lame. Unless Gene Silver reclaims and wins the belt. Look, imagine Evil Murphy being champ. Ugh. It just wouldn't feel right. Thank you for the membership, Lane Peterson. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Featherweight without Volk is like the Bulls without Jordan. Yeah, it's like the Bulls without McGiddy. Josh Giddey, sorry. Josh Pediddy. Damn, the Nugs fought till the very end, but down by... I'm done bullying you. All right, pal? It's over. Is Islam 2 wins away from being undisputed GOAT? Yes. He is the GOAT. I reckon Islam Makhachev is the GOAT of the sport, which is very sad to admit. But I think he is. Unfortunately. Really unfortunately, I think he is the GOAT of the sport, man. Fuck. For fuck's sake. Got a hell of a resume. He's way up there. Guru behaving, I'm shocked. Okay. Why couldn't they do Pereira Allberg for the Paramount card? I don't know why. It wouldn't be as... I don't know. Maybe they just couldn't get Pereira that soon. Maybe they want to save Pereira for another one. Australia is Allberg, you know. Even though he's from New Zealand, I get it. Similar area, you know. So I know Pereira likes to go to Australia to promote things and do business there. So you could be picking and choosing things. At a certain point, chat, don't you think certain champs want to fight in different areas to, like, make money in those different areas? There's only so many times you can do a repeat return to New York and get the same moments and big moments and shit, you know? North-south of Lorisanko or Mayo job? Sorry. I beat Lozon and Topuria in one night. I've returned. Thank you for the 2. Appreciate you, man. That's good. That's good to hear. Would Ilya chinning Islam at welterweight be the greatest UFC moment, Piggy? How would you react? It would be the greatest moment, I reckon. I mean, he would be triple champ. That would be absolute insane legacy. Just from a legacy perspective, I'd be amped for that for sure. I feel like if Ilya here, we would have known. All right. Saying Islam's the GOAT is such a casual take. You know Khabib beats Islam, but because you're salty you beat McGregor, you glaze. Islam resume's mid. Oh, shut up that if Khabib would beat Islam. First of all, I don't think he would. He wouldn't take him down and he'd get beaten on the feet very easily. Thank you for the $5. I think Makhachev would beat Khabib. Enough of that stupid bullshit. And it's nothing to do with Khabib. How are you making this about Khabib? He's irrelevant in the GOAT conversation. Thank you for the 5. Jesus. People talk about Ilia Tapiria's wins over Volk, Holloway, and Oliveira, but Makhachev beat the Volk. He beat the Oliveira that were on their streaks. That means something. That means a lot. Arman on the way up. Volk for the second time just for the sake of it. Should have fought Arman, I know. So his legacy has taken some knocks. Dan Hooker domination in round 1 is very good. JDM streak when he was the guy coming up. That's a lot for Makhachev. And he's got a massive plethora of wins in the division outside of that as well. But maybe a bit more. I know what you mean. Maybe a bit more, just to make it clear. But if he defends welterweight, man, the argument kind of doesn't... Like, if he beats one of these welterweight contenders, I hope it's not Usman, because then it'll be like, oh, Usman passed his prime. He just beat Buckley. Do Fat Samoans graze Dan's backyard? Like, I don't know if they graze in his backyard, but maybe. Conor has a way better resume than the Rat. What the fuck? Who? What Rat? Do you know Witt's picks went... I don't know who that is. Thank you for the 2. Khabib is clinging to that top 10 spot while Makhachev is almost like the undisputed GOAT. Yes. Very true. Merab is above Khabib. I think Merab's above Khabib as well, for sure. Oh, we had a spike in viewership all of a sudden. How did that happen? 200 viewers out of nowhere. Ilya should stop with this arrogant gimmick. It's not for him. So unnatural. I mean, yeah, maybe you should stop with it. That was a Ducky's Corner raid. That makes sense. Ilya hasn't been accused, though, so we're all assuming. Yeah, but based on her Instagram story she was putting up. Seems the angle she's going to take, but we don't know yet. Thoughts on the book burning being the burning of CP? Appreciate. I don't know what that is. Thank you for the 5. Oh, yeah. Not protest, but yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, right? That's what they were burning. It's fucking wild shit, man. But that got taught to us as the worst thing ever. Crazy, right? Merab is not above Khabib. Greetings from Ohio, Sir Guru. Greetings, Ohioan. How's it going? $1, dude. I appreciate you. Your top 5 in sport right now and top 5 GOAT right now. I don't think of a top 5 GOAT. I think Makhachev's in the mix. GSP's in the mix. Volk's in the mix, especially if he beats Lopez a second time. His legacy's way up there. Jones in the mix if you're including PED cheats. And then you'd have to come down to number 5. Top 5 in the sport. I mean, the pound-for-pound list. But I do think that Chimaev should be below Pantoja and Pereira. 100%. And Volk. Chimaev should be number 7 pound-for-pound. It should be Makhachev 1, Tapuria 2, Merab 3. If Merab beats Yan, he should go above Tapuria. Pantoja 4, Pereira 5. Maybe even Pereira 4, Pantoja 5. Volk 6, Chimaev 7. Chimaev ain't done shit in the sport. I don't know why he's above those guys, pound for pound. It doesn't make any sense. What about Kevin Lee? Kevin Lee's not in the mix either. He just isn't, good sir. Do. You dig? Pim, pim, pada, pim. I will donate 50 now if you match make 185. 1 minus 10. Don't know what that means. Match make 185, 1 through 10, you'll donate 50. I'll do it anyway because it sounds fun. Digital Papaka for the low. Hit me up. All right, plugs. Yeah, got that fire Papaka pack coming out soon. So I would do Chimaev versus Imavov, champ to 2. Duplessis versus Brendan Allen, bad blood, 1 through 5. Strickland versus Hernandez, 3 versus 4. That's easy. Strickland's been talking about ice, and Hernandez is Mexican-American. Adesanya versus Baralho, that's 6 and 7. Shut the fuck up. You knew that was coming. I'd do Reina Derrida versus Jared Cannonier. I'd do Whittaker versus MVP. I'd do Delidze versus Costa. Vittori's fighting Bruno Ferreira, and Gregory Rodriguez can get the winner of loser of any of those matchups. That's what I would do. Impression of Monty Python and Andy together. I don't know who Monty Python is. I know the videos and the show, but I don't know if there's a specific person. It's good that. Tough that. Even if you're not going to give the 50, I don't care, man. But that's easy matchmaking right there. Just the obvious layout of middleweight. And you know what else it shows me, chat? None of them have opponents. No opponent for Chimaev, none for Duplessis, none for Imavov, Strickland, Hernandez, Brendan Allen, Adesanya, Baralho, Derrida, Whittaker, Cannonier, Page, Delidze, Costa, Vittori. Vittori's the only one with an opponent in the top 15 at middleweight. I guess that's the type of timing that we're in, so I think that's going to be the same for every division. But man, we got to get these matchups made. There's going to be a ton of fight announcements over the gap. David Ellison, CEO of Paramount, was watching front row at UFC 314. Volk and Diego was the main event, and Gene and Paddy were